Hopping over barbed wire fences, nigga. I had this one broad ride. She was so damn sprung, she used to hold my motherfucking sack, nigga. Thought you thought, nigga. In the motherfucking VHS, motherfucking canister. What? Nigga. Yeah, I promise you, nigga, this game been so damn deep.
Said this rap game's been good to me.
Hard times.
But I don't know how long that's gonna be, yeah. I hope I don't go back to slang, yeah. Don't wanna go
slanging what?
Oh, no. I hope I don't go back to slang, yeah. Don't wanna go back.
Slanging what?
Been a hustler since birth. Mama selling dinners for the church, red-handed. Caught me stealing money out her purse. Got branded, permanent with scars on my back. Cause I used to get beat with racing car tracks. But now me got wheels. Holding the conference call on my hand, street car telephone, looking like I'm talking to myself. Shooting the breeze, cutting it up real tough, like chopping it up like true businessmen. Talking about, by the way, B, what we do this week on South shit? If I ain't in Japan, I'm in the valley. Or maybe next door in Gary Payton bowling alley. Or maybe at the shooting range, me and Banks are on the golf course with Merton Hanks overlooking the sun. Give me my props with a view that's out of this world. Looking down on doctors, sipping on the porch, watching my kids play basketball in the backyard on a 40 by 63 foot long sports court.
Yeah, I hope I don't go back to slang, yeah.
Slanging what?
To get my mayo. I hope I don't go back to slang, yeah.
Slanging what? And what else?
To get my mayo.
Built a spot up in the wilderness, coyotes and wild boars. DuPont registry, aluminum food table made strictly for outdoors. 20 inch chrome flipper bravas on my trail, feeling that everybody ain't able to be blessed with a successful ass independent record label. Check it out, marbles. I got the game from my uncle St. Charles. Used to bank across the street at Wells Fargo, but now it's Merrill Lynch. And just think, I used to sit the bench. I remember getting chased by the cops. Had to get my stomach on, swallowed a quarter ounce of rocks. Late afternoon, poker waiting for me outside of Vallejo Kaiser Permanente emergency room with clocks. Ready to rot and they king me to death. Somehow managed to make my escape through the back of the cafeteria by the vending machine department. Found myself running through the Friendship apartment complex. Over there by the railroad tracks, around the corner from the People's Continuation High School. Somewhere off in Memphis, behind Janae's liquor.
I don't go back to slang.
Check it out. 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 Check it out.
I hope I don't go back to slang, yeah.
I don't want to. Slang, yeah.
To get my mayo.
Check it out. Dope game then gone. Now it's either white collar crime or hooking up phone. Charlie Hustle. I got a few mathematics. I'm doing a compilation. Should I go with Funky Fat Rocket? I tell them, hell yeah, that's a done deal. Do them on hinges. Do them get my cover in my bus bitches. Game oriented, vested, worldwide, sick with this shit. Independent shit.
I'ma tell you, nigga, that's the thing about this whole thing that jump off. It's a fool, cause a motherfucker take his bloody muddy, right? And then he sit up there and he look at, he say, hold on, man. A motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You can either be at this shit or you can be gone with this shit. And you look at it and you say, man, hold on, let me translate this shit. Let me translate into some morals. Let me liquidate my motherfucking revenues. You understand what I say? 40 water now. You understand? Alright, but look, check this out. I'm here to sprinkle motherfuckers, lace day tennis shoes. Teach them about the motherfucking game or the infested situations that goes down in their motherfucking soils with relations. I ain't bullshit, nigga.
I don't go back to slang, yeah.
I ain't bullshit, nigga.
To get my mayo.
I ain't bullshit.
There's too many jealous brothers in this game. I can't stand the same, yeah. I gotta get my money, yeah. Get my money, hey, don't wanna go back to the
To get your mail.
We drop bows on them, drop bows on them when we we drop bows on them, drop bows on them when we we drop bows on them, drop Cadillac grills, Cadillac mills. Check out the oil my Cadillac spills. Matter of fact, candy paint Cadillacs kill. So check out the holes my Cadillac fills. 20-inch wide, 20-inch high. Oh, don't you like my 20-inch ride? 20-inch thighs make 20-inch eyes. Hoping for American 20-inch pies. Pretty clothes, pretty toes. Oh, how I love these pretty high class, anything goes. Catch 'em in the club throwing pretty bows. Long John draws, long John stalls. Anything make my long John pause. Women on they cell making long John calls. And if they like to juggle, get long Johns. All my players in the house that can buy the bar on a 20-inch rims with the candy car. If you a pimp and you know you don't love them pros when you get on the blow. All my women in the house, if you chasing cash and you got some big with a matching, with your 5'5" boots or your open toes when you get on the blow. Dirty South mind blown, dirty South bread. Catfish fried up, dirty South fed. Sleep in a cop picking dirty South bed. Dirty South girls, give me dirty South. Hand me down flip flops, hand me down socks. Hand me down drug dealers, hand me down. Hand me down a 50 pack, switch to sweet box. And good fella rich niggas hand me down stocks. Mouth full of platinum, mouth full of gold. 40 cow, keep your mouth on hold. Lie through your teeth, you can find your mouth cold. And rip out your tongue, cause of what your mouth told. Sweat for the lemonade, sweat for the tea. Sweat from the hot sauce, sweat from the tea. And you can sweat from a burn in the 3rd degree. And if you sweat in your sleep, then you sweat from me. All my players in the house that can buy the bar on a 20-inch rims with the candy car. If you a pimp and you know you don't love them pros when you get on the blow. All the women in the house, if you chasing cash and you got some big chicks with a matching, with your 5'5" boots or your open toes when you get on the blow. Golden Bows. Off the liquor, getting hit by bars. Keep your girl close cause she's hit by falls. Hit by the Neptunes, hit by guitars. Afro picks, afro chicks. I let my soul glow from my afro. Rabbit out the hat, pulling afro tricks. Afro-American, afro thick. Overall country, overall jeans. Overall Georgia, we overall clean. Southern hospitality, or overall mean. Overall triple, overall beam. Thugged out, wearing thugged out chains. Thugged out blocks, playing thugged out games. All black tinted up, thugged out range. DTP stay doing thugged out things. All my players in the house that can buy the bar on a 20-inch rims with the candy car. If you a pimp and you know you don't love them pros when you get on the blow. All my women in the house, if you chasing cash and you got some big chicks with a matching, with your 5'5" boots or your open toes when you get on the blow. All my players in the house that can buy the bar on a 20-inch rims with the candy car. If you a pimp and you know you don't love them pros when you get on the blow. All my women in the house, if you chasing cash and you got some big chicks with a matching, with your 5'5" boots or your open toes when you get on the blow. We drop bows on them, drop bows on them when we. We drop bows on them, drop bows on them when we. We drop bows on them, drop bows on them when we. We drop bows on them, drop bows on them when we.
Alright? Peace and Black Power, family. It's your boy Psychopath and your girl Renee. Black action. Know what I mean? With another RBG Pill show. What's really hood out there, family? Know what I'm saying? Let me get some ones out there. Let's make sure y'all can hear me clear before we get going. You know, get into this topics with an S, because we gonna go with on these YouTube streets tonight, family. There's been a lot of shit going on up in these YouTube streets. We gonna address this shit too. So yeah, let me get some shout outs. Let's see. Shout out to Shatera, what's good, sis? Shout out to Albella. Shout out to I Am Aries, what's good? Hattie, what up? Midtown Pookie was good. The Third Ward was going on. Betrayer was good. JW, Mr. Nova, Aisha Bass. Who else came up in here? Am I missing anybody? Take was good. Shout out to everybody else out there might be listening or come through while we doing this show. We good? All right, that's what's up. All right, Renee, what's going on? How you tonight?
Hey, I'm good. I'm here. How you doing?
I'm good. You know, a lot of fuckery going on out here. You know, We figured we might as well come on and just address some of it. Some of it is in our lane, some of it isn't, but that's just by just going to address it. Fuck it, you know, whatever it is, what it is. But what's good though?
Yeah, shout out to the chat. Hey y'all, shout out to everybody who's listening, everybody who will listen. If you can, please share the show. But yeah, we're gonna get it in tonight. We're gonna talk about, you know, a few things going on in these YouTube streets. Y'all, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough couple weeks. Just a lot of stuff going on, y'all. So yeah, but we here. I'm here tonight. Yeah, so we're gonna get it in. Yeah. I don't even want to go into, but yeah, it has been a crazy week for me.
Yeah, it's been a real crazy week. Y'all know the half. But yeah. You which way you want to start off at?
Let's see. You want to just go for the big fish, and then
I mean, it's wherever you want to start. That's where we going. Wherever you want to go.
Oh man, y'all, we didn't even discuss this part. We totally forgot. So, I guess y'all tell us in the chat where y'all want to start at.
You know, they don't even know.
Well, they seen the thumbnail. Okay, well, let's start here. Okay, I'm gonna start here. Go ahead and talk about this fool, this Kwame Brown. We can do him and get him out the way. So within the last week, he, you know, had his little showdown with Tammy. And some of y'all may have saw that. I did, me and Psycho did, and it was hilarious in so many ways. So y'all know previously we have done a show on Kwame Brown, and very early on, me and Psycho were not on the Kwame bandwagon, and we're definitely still not. But from the beginning, people were like, "Oh, Kwame Brown, he's the second coming of Christ or whatever. Kwame Brown missing. Kwame Brown been quiet for 20 years, and he coming out and he's setting people straight, and he's doing this and he's doing that." Kwame Brown been cooning since cooning. He been cooning for a long time, with a lot of rhetoric in his videos. Like I told y'all before, go back and listen to some of his videos he did before all of this other stuff with him blew up with the Bat Barn stuff and Breakfast Club. Go back and listen to a lot of his rhetoric about Black people. Very anti-Black, very disrespectful in a lot of the things that he said. And, you know, against reparations, talking about he understand white people, and talking about he might want to become white. You know, all of these sorts of things. I mean, this man has said so much. It's no way I could break that down. So it's not crazy to think or to know that he loved Tammy, right? So before all of this other stuff, and he blew up, in the media recently, he loved Tammy. He went on his platform, I think a little over a year ago or something like that. And, he was telling him how, you helped me to think differently. You helped me to see things in a certain light. And I mean, was damn near on some like mentorship type of crap. Like, he was talking to him like, you a big brother, or uncle, or, somebody who's taught me so much. And so we all know none of us are, new to Tammy's rhetoric, particularly about Black women, but a lot of his rhetoric about Black people in general. Talking about it needs to be more Darren Wilson's, if y'all remember all of that stuff. Him saying that, if a Black woman's running her mouth or doing whatever, beat her A. He has no problem calling any woman dead, alive, somebody's mama, somebody's daughter, somebody, whoever, a B. He's never bit his tongue. He's never, tried to clean up how he speaks. So for some reason, though, once Kwame and him kind of fell out, supposedly behind, I guess, Tammy feeling like Kwame kind of ducked him and was kind of trying to dodge him in terms of like them linking back up. Because, Kwame started getting a lot of traction and people talking about him. So I'm guessing he wanted to kind of distance himself from TS quite a bit. So Tammy felt away, whatever. So he put him on blast. And he put him on blast, a couple weeks ago now, or more than that now. But he put him on blast and all this other stuff. Okay. So they have been going back and forth. Kwame Brown does like 1 million live streams a day. Okay. But they've been going back and forth in the live streams, and Tammy was saying this about him and clowning him and saying he's stupid and all this other stuff. And then Kwame was doing his videos talking about Tammy, and then talking about you call my dead mother a B. Now, I'm confused. Everything was all good when Tammy was calling everybody else's mama a B. It was all good when Tammy was calling Black women B's. It was all good when Tammy got everything negative to say about a Black woman. You was riding with it. You was saying you learned a lot from him. And
the irony of that, and just to piggyback on what you're saying, Tammy himself even said the exact same thing to Kwame. He said, you ain't had a problem when I was calling all these other women bitches. Why you got a problem when I'm saying it now? And that was the best rebuttal Tammy has ever said to that motherfucker. Like, and what's he gonna say? And then he did try to respond, but it was a weak ass response. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, no, you 100% on point. And his response was, well, with real men, some of the stuff that you say, we agree with, and then sometimes you go too far, and then we can turn it off. Man, get out of here.
Bullshit. So you ain't gonna hold. So you want to hold everybody. You want to hold everybody accountable for calling your mother a bitch. How about motherfuckers listen to Tammy and they agree with everything he say? They still fuck with Tammy, but when he called your mother a bitch, they just your dead mother a bitch with her cooking. When he did that, everybody just turned the blind eye. I was like, oh, I'm just not gonna listen to that part. But I'm gonna tune back to it tomorrow when he stops calling your dead mother's giving you all your cooking lessons a bitch.
Exactly. Yeah, why couldn't you turn a blind eye to that? And supposedly that's what you could do. You would take some of the stuff he say, and then some of the other stuff you don't, you don't go along with it. Okay, well you should have did that about what Tammy had to say about your mama. Why didn't you just say, oh, I ain't messing with that and turn that off? But then, like everything else he said, since she was doing that with everybody else, so he ended up getting on the stream with him, like Psycho was saying, and That was TS's, one of his rebuttals to him, which was very much on point. And he tried to kind of give that weak response. But here's the thing. We all know that Tammy's one thing, if nothing else, he is consistent. His rhetoric is consistent. So this idea that, I could deal with some of the stuff you say, but some of the other stuff you say, I would just turn it off. That's BS. He's saying the same thing all the time, every day, for years now.
All the time. For over a decade.
Exactly. So there's no separation when it comes to Tim. There's no separation. It's all the same. He go hard in the paint on Black women, period. That is a heavy piece to his foundation. That's a major piece to his foundation, is bashing and attacking Black women. But when it's your mama, now it's something different. And when it's about your mama's cooking, now you pissed. Now you doing live stream. Now you going off. Now you mad. And see, that's what blows my mind about a lot of these people in social media. See, they will sit here and will align with people who have that type of rhetoric. And then when they fall out and the person put them on blast, now they mad. Now they shocked. Now they surprised. They're appalled. No, don't be appalled. You was rocking with it when he did it to everybody else. You was rocking with it when he's been doing it for years. You saw him as a mentor, basically, to you. You saw him as somebody to look up to, somebody to respect, somebody to uphold. And then he had the nerve to start talking about everything you said about Black women. It's not all Black women is out here like that. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Like I said, he has many times said all Black women. Let's keep it a buck. He said that a bunch of times. So now I think it's getting to the point where, and let me just say this real quick. It was interesting though that, he kind of drew Tammy out to where he had to come and get on Kwame's panel. And he had to get on there. And I'm not, taking sides on who's right, wrong. I don't give a damn. But I find it interesting that it was all good when it was everybody else's Black mama. When everybody else's Black mama is a witch with a B, is great. Hand clap for Tammy. I'm riding with you. That's right. You a mentor. I look up to you, man. You really helped change my thinking and understand. It's all that though. But when it's your mama, now it's a problem. See, and that's what we talk about, on here a lot, is consistency. You know what I mean? And the fact that you just don't see it a lot. People do not hold the same standard for when people talk about other people that they do for themselves. And it's like this idea that people can be a snake charmer, right? So you think you can charm the snake, and the snake done bit everybody else, but it ain't gonna bite you. Then when the snake bites you, now you crying. What you crying for? You saw the snake biting everybody else. What you think you was special? You think you special? You ain't special. Sorry, a snake is gonna bite whoever when they can. It's just a matter of time. So I think at this point with Kwame Brown, I think a lot of people are starting to kind of wake up to him a little bit. I think a lot of people are kind of starting to see like, this is some BS. This is some kind of gimmick, or this man ain't doing nothing but crime. And that's what he's doing. People been talking about for 20 years he was quiet. Listen, why now? Why now? For 20 years you were quiet, supposedly. But now you coming out talking all this yin yang, and he's talking about people not wanting to put their jobs on the line. They working for the white man and this and that. But boo-boo, when you was working for the white man in the NBA, you didn't say nothing.
Fact.
Where were you at when you was working for the white man? Okay? when you was working for the white man and you was on the NBA roster, why weren't you going at Stephen A. then? Why weren't you going at all of these other people then? Why weren't you coming at people been calling you a bust for a long time? And not just black media, white media, and everything else that called you bust before. But now we supposed to see this as he hardcore, Kwame going in. Because you on a damn YouTube channel talking trash now, however many years later? Really? And that's masculinity? Like I told you, I remember seeing somebody when this whole Kwame thing blew up, who had the title of a show, Kwame Brown gave black masculinity CPR. Huh? So Kwame Brown revived black masculinity. Because he's been on a YouTube channel going live, crying, going off on people who talked about him being a bust. That's masculinity? That's what y'all calling that? But when women do it, it's catfighting. Because, I mean, what's the problem? If he checked Matt Barnes, honestly, he could have checked Matt Barnes in public. Not saying he should have or anything like that, but if you really about that life, you could have seen him and, hey, what's up, man? I seen, what you said about me, or Steven Jackson, what you said about me. I mean, what's the problem? Whatever. You could have hit him up privately and I understand people say if publicly somebody attacks you, that publicly you can come back. Okay, cool. But at what point is it enough? Because this man done made so many videos, so many live streams. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Once you went at Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson, Stephen A. Smith, okay, once you went at them, that should have been it. At this point, a lot of them ain't even going back and forth with you no more. At this point, a lot of these people ain't even recognizing you anymore. For what? If their opinion is that you were a bust, then get over it. This man had all kind of videos talking about how sensitive people are nowadays. People can't take a joke, or people can't take criticism, or people always want to cancel somebody, and he's against cancel culture, and he's against this, and he's against that, and you just gotta let stuff go. Oh, well, why don't you take your own advice? Why don't you take your own advice? Like, why are you saying all of that, but you're not doing it? Now, this is another part of that I just want to address. I am sick and tired, and we're going to get deeper into this with somebody else. But I'm sick and tired of Black people being used and Black people being thrown under the bus. Me and Psycho used to ask, because people would say stuff like this in the past, like fake pro-Blacks, right? And we would be like, what's a fake pro-Black? Well, it's been a lot of fake pro-Blacks for a while, but man, it's off the charts with it right now. So Kwame Brown keeps coming with this rhetoric about we need coding in our schools. We need Black children getting coding, and y'all need to be doing stuff in the community. And see, ain't nobody addressing what I'm saying about these topics in the community. Listen, everybody been saying we need Black children going into STEM fields. You're not the first person on no damn YouTube or social media to say that. You're not saying something revolutionary or different than what anybody else has been saying, including us. You have something that a lot of people don't have. You have money. You have access. Okay? So when you talk about how you didn't say nothing for 20 years, well, why for 20 years didn't you build a community center? You would have had more leverage when you the NBA to create a community center for Black children in terms of what you're talking about. You would have had more leverage to create certain programs. And even after you're retired, you would have had a lot of leverage to do that. So why haven't you been doing it? Now you get on these videos saying the same thing over and over and over, and then people sitting up there, that's right, that's right, that's what we need to do. And they don't care about the community, and they don't care about Black people. And if you go back and you listen to some of this dude's videos months ago and a year ago, and listen to how bad he talk about it, dog out the Black community. Now he's supposed to be some pro-Black figurehead. And he's sitting up here beefing with, all he do is beef. From Tammy, Boyce Watkins, Steven Jackson, Stephen A. Smith, Matt Barnes, Charlamagne the God. Now Charlamagne, that was warranted because Charlamagne put himself in something he didn't have no business in and try to put that man's family on blast. So Charlamagne, got what he deserved in terms of that, especially considering his track record and all of that. But other than that, like, he's going at everybody. So where's the community center? Where's the money? Mr. Big NBA star who was drafted by Michael Jordan or whatever the case may be, who all of these other credentials you call yourself saying, and people talking about how long of a career he had in the NBA. So where have you been doing things for the Black community? So now you sit up here on YouTube and you supposed to be Mr. Pro-Black, supposedly, while simultaneously bashing Black people, aligning with people like Candace Owens and Larry Elder, but you so pro-Black though, right? Mm-hmm. You so pro-Black, your homie was Tammy. And y'all only fell out because he felt like you had kind of blew him off. That's the only reason y'all fell off. But you pro-Black though, right? And it's like, I will look at the people's comments and everything, and they're like, oh, yes, Kwame is the man. Kwame for president. Kwame, you're the hero. You're the hero we didn't expect, but the hero we need. What? Hero of what? Of what? And it's like, I'm so tired of this fake pro-Black stuff, because people for some reason take that anybody basically like giving tough love, if you will, and really no love, but anybody being tough on the Black community, now that's supposed to be seen as pro-Black. Anybody calling out the Black community and y'all need to do this with these kids and y'all should be doing this and that, now that's pro-Black. When these people have no real empathy for Black folk, they have no real respect for Black people, they have no real love for Black people, all they do is repeat conservative talking points. That's it. And now the conservative talking points are supposed to equal pro-Blackness. Like, this is the backwards world that we're in. And I'm sick of the Kwame thing. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you 100% on point. It's so easy to get this pro-Black label now, like, to the point, but like, and it's crazy how this shit is, the roles are being reversed. I don't know what the hell is going on around here, but coonery is being celebrated. I don't know. Like, this Kwame Brown shit, motherfuckers are sitting here taking up for him, calling them all kinds of pro-Blacks. And I always ask, well, how is he pro-Black? Pro-Black how? Well, he calling out these pedophiles. Oh, he called out Charlamagne the God and his escapades with that minor. Okay, all right. So that's why you motherfuckers like, okay, because so basically we dealing with a bunch of Coonanon ass motherfuckers, right? Who that think conspiracies is fucking pro-Black, and i.e. he's taking down the pedophilic ring of cabal that's trying to sacrifice children for blood and adrenochrome. All this other little nonsense, right? Because he don't give a fuck about no goddamn pedophiles. He only called out Charlamagne the God on his bullshit because Charlemagne the God brought that smoke to him. If he really gave a fuck about these quote-unquote minors being touched like you motherfuckers claim he care, then why did it take for Charlemagne the God to say something? That was an old-ass story. That was an old-ass story that me and Renee covered when it first happened. And all of a sudden, he comes out 30 years later, Johnny come lately, trying to get along, being a part of the get along gang. And the get along gang is to believe in all this kooky ass conspiracy shit. So he's getting along with the get along conspiratard gang. And everybody jumped aboard, believing the bullshit. And then started trying to convince everybody this guy is some kind of pro. Go fuck yourselves. Did y'all ever hear this motherfucker talk? Did y'all not see him have this Becky on his motherfucking channel? Which seems to be a new trend, by the way. We'll get into that. But y'all ain't see this motherfucker have this fucking Becky on his motherfucking pedal? Trying to, this meth head? This lot lizard? Had this lot lizard on meth head on a fucking panel trying to give black people life lessons? I felt like that shit was an AA meeting. Why does Kwame Brown having AA meetings on his motherfucking panel? What the hell is this? I'm not saying, some people do need AA. I don't know. But I'm wondering why it's going on his panel. Is my question. Because that was some other shit going on. And that motherfucking channel done straight turned into a beef sector channel. That motherfucker is a part of the beef sector now. He might as well go ahead, start beefing with Hassan Campbell. They might as well, like, he's a part of the WWE now. He is now officially a part of the WWE. He's in the beef sector. He might as well go ahead and start shooting promos now. Start shooting your promos. Hype up these events. Get this shit jumping for some pay-per-views. And get your money like the rest of these beef hustling ass dysfunctional weirdos stunting like they here for the fucking community. 'Cause that's what your hustling ass is doing. Let's keep that a buck. And I ain't the only people that's peeping this, because when he first blew up, Kwame Brown to go live, that motherfucker had like 20-something thousand listeners. He had like 20 racks up in his shit while he was live when he first went viral. Right? Then I noticed those views dipped off to about 15,000 live viewers. Then I noticed that shit dipped off to about 10. Then I noticed now it's down to like 5 and under. 5,000 and under. So his view count is getting lower and lower and lower. Which means more and more people are starting to see right through his bullshit. People starting to see this dude's a fucking narcissist and he's full of shit. Talking about some goddamn community center. He's gonna open up a community center and all this other shit and everything else. Well, why did it take for motherfucking Matt Barnes, Gilbert Arenas, and Stacks to motherfucking call you out on your motherfucking horrible basketball play on the court in order for you to all of a sudden want to build a community center? All this time, you were sitting on your ass, retired, not doing shit, and motherfuckers had to call you out on your horrible basketball play to motivate you to get up, and now you want to create a community center. And if you made 68 million or 64, however much you make, 60 something million in the NBA over the course of your career, why are you on YouTube telling the people that you're trying to get other people to help you get this community center off the ground? Motherfucker, you are a multi-millionaire that made over $60 million for not doing shit. You mean to tell me you can't come out your own pocket and do this your motherfucking self? You need help? You need a joint venture? You made more money than my man Chris Gatlin made, who's from out here in Jersey. That motherfucker took $1 million of his own money. And this is in the 90s. This was in the early 90s. So that's like the equivalent of $2 to $3 million today. But he took $1 million out his pocket in the early 90s to save a community center out here that was about to get shut down. And you got $68 million, which was more than Chris Gatlin made over the course of his career, and he was a better ball player, which is a crime, because he was a better ball player than you. But you made $68 million, and somehow or another, you need help. Make that make sense. And you getting donations. A multi-millionaire hustling people, e-begging online, talking about he need a joint venture. Huh? This is all fuck shit, family. Don't come around me trying to present these weirdos as fucking pro-black. These people are full of shit. These people are pro-black when they want to be pro-black. When it suits them to be pro-black. When they want to get a certain type of audience to ride for them. That's where all of a sudden a code means something. That's where all of a sudden motherfuckers want to try to be on code, right? But when he ain't beefing, he's trying to convince you that race is stupid, it doesn't exist, and we need to stop all this black code shit. Y'all want to stop playing with me with these fraudulent claims of these weirdos being pro-black. These people worship white people. You cannot worship white people and be pro-black. You cannot worship white people and be called B1. Stop throwing these titles around loosely and misrepresenting what these positions actually are. don't get me wrong, Tammy full of shit, right? Because Tammy only coming after Kwame because his motherfucking feelings got hurt. Her feelings got hurt bad to the motherfucker. Tammy got up in his motherfucking feelings. He don't like seeing nobody blow up bigger than him. And then if he can't motherfucking be with you while you blowing up, he gonna be against you. This is just what Tammy does. But I'm not gonna kill Tammy because Tammy just went Tiger. Kwame's the dumbass who thought he had him a friend. Like he ain't never seen Tammy's track record of going ham on people he was allegedly cool with at one point in time. Like Tammy don't got a long history of biting motherfuckers. That's what happens when you fuck with snakes. You get bit. So he fucked with that snake and he co-signed that snake. He worshiped that snake. So I don't give a fuck about that snake choking his ass the fuck out. Wrapping his claws around him and squeezing the motherfucking life out of him. I don't give a fuck about that shit. You the dumbass. They act like you ain't know what the fuck it was. Fuck wrong with you weirdos? So Kwame gotta hold that L again. Ain't like he ain't used to holding L's. He been doing it since high school. Ever since he left high school, he ain't been doing nothing but holding L's. L after L after L. He used to it. He should be. He should be used to it. Fuck wrong with these motherfuckers, man. Now, I'm assuming Renee got everything out about this topic. Did you get anything out about this topic, Renee?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I know
right,
he
cool.
kind of like a thorn in my side, like, yeah,
Right,
but pretty much.
All right, so I can segue into this other fake ass bullshit.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, yeah. So, speaking of fake pro-blacks and motherfuckers throwing these fake ass, throwing these terms around and associating people with being pro-black or B1 for the dumbest fucking reasons, we had another situation that happened was it last week? And it blew over to this week, right? I slightly touched on it on my Wake and Bake build. I didn't get deep into it because I kind of knew that this shit would probably get bigger. So I said I'll wait, and wait it on out. You know, I'm a patient motherfucker, right? Now, I was correct, but for the purpose of the show, I'm gonna go ahead and drop my normal rule, and I have to say this person's name who I normally do not say, but I have to say it this time, right? Now, last week, Cynthia G, I said it, there you go. Cynthia G, last week, had some live stream going. I don't remember what it was about. Black men ain't shit. They worthless, being dominated by white supremacy. Damned if I know. One of those fucking something along those lines, right? I'm paraphrasing, but it's all the same shit, right? So she had one of her normal little male bashing, misogynist streams, and somebody said that I don't watch this person because I already know what the fuck it is, and I'm not trying to hear all that dumb shit flying out of her fucking mouth. That's why I don't stress out about her, because I don't listen to her. Right? I already know what the fuck it is. Why am I going to torture myself with this misogynist dumb shit. And she just had my ass going live every other fucking day, smacking around the stupid shit and the dysfunction that flies out of her fucking mouth. Right? I'm not gonna do that to myself, right? I don't even watch. That's why I tell these women, why do y'all watching these dudes if they stressing y'all out so fucking much? But that's a whole different topic. I don't want to get too deep into it. But somebody made me aware of this particular stream that she did. So I was like, oh really? Let me go see what the fuck this is all about. So I went to go hear this shit, and I guess it was a call-in show. She was doing some call-ins or whatever, and this European calls in. This European calls in, some Billy Bob. I forgot what they said that motherfucking name is. Everybody's saying that shit. Is his name Billy Bob? No, Brian. Is it Brad? Brian. I'm about to say Brad. That would have been funny. But no, some motherfucker, I don't know, some no name, I don't know, some faceless motherfucking European called in her shit and commenced to started talking his racist ass white supremacist 4chan, 8chan, motherfucking neo-Nazi race realism fuck shit, right? Started talking his shit, right? Because he knew where he was at, right? So he called in and he started talking dumb shit about black men, right? And of course, you know, Cynthia, realizing she got a European on her line, decided to milk this and, you know, start asking them leading questions, you know, started leading the witness, so to speak, you know, trying to take him down certain avenues. Because the European called in to talk shit about Tariq Nasheed at first, right? We'll get into that in a second too. He called in to talk shit about Tariq Nasheed and his buck-breaking documentary, right? That's what he called in for. And Cynthia kind of led him down with her line of questioning, led him down the avenue of bashing black men as a collective, right? Him having an issue with Tariq Nasheed wasn't good enough. No, she needed to take it a step further and lead him down the road of bashing black men collectively, right? Which is typical of her, right? This is what she does. This is how she funds her. This is how she makes her living, right? This is how she funds her lifestyle, right? You know, it's a hustle for her, right? So she got to get a hustle on, right? You know, she ain't gonna miss out on this opportunity to make some money, right? So she's gonna do what coons do. Coons are going to take advantage of the opportunity to throw black people under the bus with the dominant society, right? So she did what the typical race hustling coon does. And she decided she was going to milk it, right? So she started leading this motherfucker down. So he started talking his little dumb shit, you know, all his little low IQ dumb shit, everything else, you know, typical white supremacist, you know, fuck shit that constantly regurgitated that I bitch slap on a normal basis, right? But he was on her show, so that means he wasn't going to get any pushback on none of that dumb shit that he was saying. Nor did she want any pushback to any of that dumb shit he was fucking saying, because it suited her race hustling, gender hustling, coon ass narrative. Right? So all this happened, and then they got off the phone, blah, 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 right? Now, the amount of excitement, the amount of praise, the amount of white worship that I saw after that phone call was astounding. I mean, I saw women, right, who allegedly are considered quote unquote pro-black. I saw an ass load full of women who quote unquote allegedly call themselves B1 losing their minds because a European voice was on a phone line co-signing their pink penis fetish having misogynist rhetoric. Huh? Oh, you should have saw it, family. Oh, they white savior called in. Oh my goodness. Oh, did y'all hear him? Oh my God. Oh, listen to him. Oh, he's so intelligent. Oh my goodness. Even he knows. Listen to him. The white man said it, therefore it's true. Even the white man is co-signing our coon-ass rhetoric. Who knew? Black men, look. Look at what the white man did. The white man co-signed our coon rhetoric. It must be true. Everything, all the coon-ass shit we said about you black men are true. The white man just co-signed it. It's true. Brian is right. Oh, I saw a bunch of hashtags. Brian is right. Hashtag Brian is right. They made this motherfucker a fucking hashtag. They made this Neanderthal a motherfucking hashtag. The white worship is real. These motherfuckers was calling this motherfucker high value while saying black men cannot be high value. Wait. They said black men cannot be high value while saying that a faceless troll that none of you fuckers know, none of you fuckers can point Brian out in the fucking street, none of y'all can back up that he owns any of these properties, that he works at any of these jobs that he's claiming. All he had to do was call in, say he was white, make a bunch of claims, and you motherfuckers was swooned. You pink dick sucking ass birds was back there infatuated with a voice that none of you fuckers are, and y'all was calling this weirdo high value. I want y'all to pay attention to this white worship. I want y'all to tell me these birds ain't coons. Right? I'm hearing all this shit, right? I'm seeing this shit. I'm laughing my motherfucking ass off. at these coons running around here losing their fucking shit for nigga snacks. For motherfucking, these motherfuckers. Yo, you should hear these motherfuckers. Y'all should hear these motherfuckers. They have made Brian a fucking internet viral superstar. And nobody knows this motherfucker. That's how desperate these pink dick loving motherfuckers are. This is how pathetic they actually are. Y'all can see it for yourselves. I'm not making this shit up. Just look. Like seriously. Seriously. Yo, these motherfuckers was performing for nigga snacks for real.
Snacks, buddy.
Nigga, what you eating now?
Snacks, nigga.
Nigga, what you eating now?
Snacks, nigga.
Nigga, what you munching now?
Snacks, nigga. Snacks, nigga.
Yo, nigga, what you nibbling on?
Snacks, nigga. Snacks, nigga.
Nigga, what you eating now?
Snacks, nigga.
Nigga, what you munching on?
Snacks, nigga. Snacks, nigga.
Yo, nigga, what you nibbling on?
Snacks, nigga. Snacks, nigga.
Nigga, what you eating now?
Snacks, nigga.
Nigga, what you munching on?
Snacks, nigga. Snacks, nigga.
Yo, nigga, what you nibbling on?
Snacks, nigga.
Seriously. Them motherfuckers where got them cartons worth of nigga snacks and was performing big time. This is disgusting. I'm like, seriously? But these are the women who allegedly are quote-unquote pro-black and quote-unquote B1. Man, the next motherfucker that comes around me trying to talk about Cynthia G and her fan base being pro-black or B1 got some motherfucking explaining to do, I'm gonna press them hard as fuck. And I'm gonna prove to them that they are full of shit. They are either in denial or they are hustling motherfuckers. Ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me a person who openly says she's not pro-black, but somehow or another everybody wants to put her in the pro-black box, who openly says she doesn't openly say she's not B1, she needs to make one of those videos like she did with the pro-black video. Make a B1, you ain't B1 video, coon. I would like for that coon to make a video expressing that she is not B1 so motherfuckers can stop throwing these coon-ass birds in my motherfucking face as an example of a pro-black woman. Or a B1 woman. She ain't that. She was never that. I click on O'Shea's video earlier. He did a video talking about this shit. And all throughout the video, O'Shea is making these claims about how Cynthia is pro-black and B1 and all this other little nonsense. And I have told these Megasphere motherfuckers on numerous occasions, stop. Stop! I get triggered when you motherfuckers do that shit. She ain't that. I don't give a fuck who she talk to. I don't give a fuck who she cool with. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You can't be pro-black by association. There is no such thing as pro-black via association. Miss me with that bullshit. I associate with motherfuckers all the time who are not pro-black. But you know what I don't do? I don't call these people I associate who are not pro-black, pro-black, just because they associate with me. Stop! Stop! I'm sick of this shit. How the fuck you gonna sit up here and tell me this motherfucker right here is motherfucking pro-black? In order to be pro-black, you gotta be on race code. You don't put no gender code over a race code. You dumb motherfuckers. That's why I won't call none of you Mangosphere motherfuckers pro-black either. Cause y'all G1 too. All you motherfuckers are G1. Stop confusing G1 with B1. You G1 motherfuckers. You gotta be on race code in order to be pro-black. You have to be on race code in order to be B1. Now you tell me, is she on code?
So don't sit on my line and tell me that I don't have the right and then I'm off some kind of dusty code that y'all came up with that I reject by sitting here having a conversation with this man as he tells the truth about black men. Don't tell me I'm off code. I don't subscribe to your dusty code. Listen. Stay tuned because there will be more Bryans on here talking about what y'all ain't doing. So what's your next question?
Is that on code? Motherfuckers? Is that on code? She just told you. She don't subscribe to that B1 code. She don't subscribe to that pro-black code. She's telling you she is a coon. She told you motherfuckers. She is a coon. She's in your box. Don't put that coon in my box. That coon belongs in your box. She belongs in the coon box. She hates black people like you motherfuckers. She berates black people for money just like you motherfuckers. She belongs in the coon box, and she just told you that. Stop putting these fraudulent birds in my box. It don't work like that. Y'all just want to attack pro-blacks, and it's easy if you can paint her in that pro-black box so y'all can take digs at pro-blacks. No, motherfuckers, no. Don't y'all do that. No. She's in the coon box with you motherfuckers. She's in the coon box with you motherfuckers. She worships white people like you motherfuckers. She holds white people as the standard just like you coon motherfuckers. All y'all a bunch of fucking coons. Only difference is y'all keep trying to throw those coons in the pro-black box, and it makes the real pro-black woman look like shit. And I, for one, don't appreciate that shit. So I'm going to stand up for the real pro-black women who would never allow that shit to happen, who would always be on race code. I am protecting them right now by removing this coon from out of that box and putting her in her pink pill, pink dick worshiping box she belongs in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic to Renee because I've been rambling. Go ahead, Renee, if you want to talk.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, and you 100% on point. Let me say this, okay? I, saw some things about this, and honestly, I was just disgusted. And, here's the thing. I know that we talk about all the time, these gender banging segments, right? These people who their whole bread and butter is bashing and attacking the opposite sex within our race, right? So you got these black women who do it, and you got some of the guys in the manosphere who do it, right? Now, when I heard this call, I was like, damn, that's heavy. And I'm gonna tell you why it's heavy. Because it's one thing to just be on the part of the gender banging community, right? It's one thing, almost like within a family. If you and your siblings, your brothers and your sisters are talking about y'all mama or y'all daddy, that's one thing, right? That's one thing for y'all to say, well, yeah, mama did this or did that, or mama made me mad, or daddy made me mad, and daddy did X, Y, Z. That's one thing for y'all to talk amongst yourselves, because y'all are a family, y'all are connected. There's a certain level of understanding there, and there's a certain level of entitlement to be able to discuss your family members and things that you like or dislike. But you're not gonna let somebody walk off the street and start talking about your mama. You're not gonna let somebody walk off the street who you don't even know, who's none of your sibling, just come in and start bashing your daddy. Most people wouldn't do that. Most people. Okay? You're not gonna let this is your child and you let somebody else just come in and talk about your child. But you and your husband, or you and the child's father, y'all might talk about your child together, but you ain't gonna let somebody else come in and do it. So the fact that if how you feel is how you feel about whatever, but then you gonna let somebody else who you already know has a vested interest in keeping Black people at the lowest level possible, keeping Black people divided, keeping a continuation of racism, white supremacy, keeping a continuation of white privilege, keeping a continuation of having a foot on our neck and a knee on our neck. A person who's invested in that, their best interest is because of that. And you are going to allow them to come in and say whatever they want to say just because you're mad at this group of people who you, whether you like it or not, is your natural partner. Whether you like it or not, it's your natural partner. So to let somebody totally on the outside who benefits from your demise come in and talk about somebody that's in your community, like what kind of is that? What kind of shit is that? I don't give a damn if somebody white came in and they said some 100% facts that I felt about something within my own community. You ain't gonna say it though. You ain't gonna say it to me. You ain't gonna get it off on me. You ain't gonna come on my platform and say it. Hell no. You go over there with your people and say that shit. You go somewhere else and say it with them. That's being on code. That's being on code. And here's the thing. I call out people that's off code regardless. We call out people off code regardless. But it's like this white bastard. And something I noticed. They was calling this person white. Any other time it's a person of no color. But when they was on the line, they was being called a white though. I found that interesting. Why the change in the phrase? Because white is a legal racial classification in America, just like black is. That's an acceptable term. But any other time, especially if it's a woman, it's person of no color. But then when they on the line, oh, a white man. Oh, we're gonna change how we reference them when they on the line, right? When they gone, we'll say something else. But when they on the line, oh, white man. And you know, the crazy thing about it is like, it's just so out of pocket on so many levels. Because if we know how these people rock, we know how these people move, we know what these people do, why would you ever be willing to align with their point of view? Why would you allow them to say the things that they say? And see, me and Psycho have talked about this before, how a lot of white people will come with the whole low IQ thing, right? And I think some of that, why they think black people have low IQ. I mean, just in general, they look down on us regardless. We already know this. But I think some of them feel that way because they like, these people aren't even in on the joke. Like, these people don't even understand that if I call up and I'm talking about black men, I'm talking about you. They like, these motherfuckers, it's over their heads. Excuse my French. This shit is over their head. Listen, we talk, y'all know all the time, we go ham for years, have been on who is black, right? And we determine blackness by having two black parents, right? If you have only one black parent, we consider you to be biracial. There's one small gray area if your parent is black and the other one is biracial. Okay, kind of by default, we go ahead and say you're more black than white or whatever the case may be. But in general, the standard is a black mama and a black daddy. Now, there is no black person that was made, like I said, that narrow exception, but in general, the standard, it takes both to make you. So how can you have a black woman exist without a black man? How can you have a black man exist without a black woman? So by default, even if you have gender banking issues and it's things that you don't like about the opposite sex or whatever the case may be, you still could not exist without having that same gender. You could not exist without that. So if somebody come in and, oh, I'm just talking about the men, right? I'm not talking about the women. What kind of shit is that? Black men and black women come from the same families, same neighborhoods, same community, same churches, same schools, same organization. The same historical roots. So how is there some distinction, right? And you're only talking about the men. Oh, well, the women, I admire the women. Fuck out of here. And that's why a lot of these people think we have low IQs, because a lot of times we don't catch on to what they're saying. And they think, these people are dumb. This man up here, he got his white woman or whatever the hell he got going on. He don't give a fuck about no black women, but he will use black women to get at black men. Because he don't like black people, period. Just like the white man has always sought to use and sexually exploit the black woman. He didn't give a damn about no black women. Black women still the lowest paid of everybody. All genders, all sexes. All sexes, all races. Black women are still the lowest paid. The white man ain't done nothing about that. The white man ain't changed that because he care about black women. He admires black women. You know, I remember, I don't know if it was like, last year or whatever the case may be. You know, this pandemic, all of this stuff done ran together. But I remember when there was a certain particular platform, and y'all know I don't even like saying people's names because my thing is more about the message, right? So I'm not going to say this guy's, it was a particular manosphere, if you will, platform. And they had a white dude come up there. And the white dude started going in on black women, and that's why they allowed him to come up. They allowed him to come up because they was rocking with what he was saying about black women. Or they wanted him to go in on black women and dog black women out. But I don't know if y'all remember. Do y'all remember what happened? When he got up there, you know, he was saying some things or whatever about black women. But do y'all remember? Then he started going in on the black men as far as IQ and all that. He was trashing all black people.
Facts.
But see, it was all good when they brought the white boy up there to bash black women, right? These are black men allowing a white man to come up and bash black women in their face. But then when you saw him flip, and he like, oh, you guys have a lower IQ. Oh, so that's what you really think. We rocked with you because you're going against these black bitches, right? But you're really against all black people. Just like, how the hell could they separate themselves from black women when they got black mamas? And I'm not even the one who makes that I'm a black argument, but that's just a fact, right? We just kicking facts. Just like these black women who supporting this crap came from black men. They had black daddies. Whatever the case, one got you here. So how is there the separation? See, and it's like this, you know, I'll see the different communities, and I'm not the one that even make this argument a lot, but I'll see different communities and they might be talking about the opposite sex in their community or whatever like that. But they ain't gonna let no other race come up in there and wreck shop. They ain't gonna let that go down. They ain't gonna let you think some Asian women gonna sit around and let black women come in and start dragging the hell out of Asian men? They not even gonna put themselves in a situation to let something like that go down. Because they understand, yeah, we pissed at Asian men, we saying this and that about Asian men, but that's still connected to us in some way. It ain't connected to you. And if you come in here talking shit, you're not just talking about them, you talking about us, and we don't rock with you anyway. But this door can be open to let a known enemy of your community come in here and talk. And just as much as it's the whole thing of, he was like, oh, well, about the buck breaking thing and all that. And oh, you didn't watch it. And oh, it's this and it's that. Listen, he was mad because just like all these white people always get mad. When they feel that white people are being called out properly on their bullshit. When white people are blamed, yes, blamed. When white people, the truth is told on them. When facts are told on them and things that they don't like, they're pissed. That's what white bastard was pissed about. I'm not the biggest fan of Tariq. It's a lot of things with him, whatever. It's some things he may say that I've supported over time, and I'll say that. And it's other things, yeah, whatever. But I'm not no wholehearted. I don't ride for Tariq. Tariq and no. I don't put nobody on no pedestal. I don't do none of that. Actually, I haven't even watched him in months. I don't even watch his stream anymore, to be honest with you. But in terms of him making a buck-breaking film, and I have not seen it, but from the rhetoric from that white bastard, that's what he was pissed about. That white people are being called out. And what's wrong with that? If it's supposed to be factual that black men are all these negative things, then it's factual that white men are damn sure all these negative things. So why can't that be pointed out? And he gets a pass, right? White men get a pass because they are benefiting off of what was done to our ancestors. They didn't work for this shit. They don't work for nothing. They had our people work for this. And whatever your opinions are on what black men should have done, should be doing, whatever, why the hell would you let somebody who wouldn't give a damn if you were swinging from a tree come up there and talk shit about your community? If you talk shit about it, that's one thing. But when you get to that point, that's something else. That's something else. I don't, at this point, it's ridiculous. And when people run around talking this person's pro-black, man, get that out of here. Get it out of here. I think people think that if somebody has been, one of the ways that people will call somebody pro-black is if that person has been outspoken about being against interracial relationships, or they have been outspoken and going hard on interracial relationships. That even if that person does not exemplify anything else that is pro-black or whatever, for that reason alone, they will try to qualify the person as pro-black. And I think that, that's the basis of it. Because, she does a thing about, black men with white women. And listen, a lot of y'all know where I stand on that. I'm 100% against it. Yep, I've called it out for years. I've talked about stuff for years, but I'm the same way on the women. Now, do I speak more about men doing it? Yes, because I'm a heterosexual black woman. So my perspective on that is going to be more in a certain direction. Me and Psycho, we be having debates about this all the time. And also because it is something historically, well, in recent history, that you've seen more with black men. But black women, them numbers is growing. And I've always still done shows on black women swirling. Always. And I'm 100% against it. So, it is one thing to have a stance, but like you just gonna let this motherfucker in off the basis of him saying he's a white man? Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? His word don't mean shit. Like asking him questions like what he says has some validity. I don't give a damn what he got to say. Let his white woman and his white people feel like his voice matters. His voice don't mean shit. Who the fuck are you? You don't have nothing to say about no black people. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care what color your skin is. If you ain't black, you ain't got shit to say. Because you coming from a position of keeping things as they are so you can remain where you at. We do this thing though, you know what I'm saying, of still having some kind of like consideration for them. Like some consideration for what they say. Man, get it out of here. Get it out of here. I don't care. I don't care. You ain't getting no airplay over here. You ain't getting no airplay over here. And let me be clear. I'm not attacking nobody on nothing superficial. I'm not talking like none of that. Ain't nobody no mammy mule. Ain't nobody no handmaiden for black men. I'm a pro-black woman, and I'm not riding with no motherfucking white man, period. He don't have no validity. He can't say shit to me about nobody black. Bye. Bye. He could come and say, oh, these black people are sellout. This sellout black person, da, da, da. He could come and say, Candace Owens is a sellout, and that's facts. But you ain't gonna get there and play over here. Even though I agree, not that I agree with that, but I hold that same opinion. Let's be clear. You're not gonna get that. Oh, okay. Well, go tell your white people that she's a sellout. Go tell them that. Because I already know what she is, and I don't need your word to back shit up. I don't need your word to validate anything that I have to say. I can still say what I say and stand on it and not need you to have any input. And it's kind of crazy because even, and this ties into this situation, and the Kwame thing kind of ties into it, because when you have people where white people feel comfortable enough to call up, white people feel comfortable enough to comment, there's a problem there. Because y'all already know over here, white people don't feel comfortable enough to do a damn thing. And if they are, they gotta be just trolling, doing some crazy stuff like that. Dude used to come in here and be spamming and doing all that stupid crap, and we would just block him and he's out of here. And then he come back with another account and all this stuff. But other than that, to like actually try to legitimately contribute to the conversation, nah, they know what's up. They know what's up. No, you're not getting that off over here. So long story short, and like I said, y'all know I don't really like saying people like KS. I don't like really mentioning that man. We about to get into him. People like TS or Tammy, this chick. I don't really like that whole thing because I think that it's a bigger issue. It's a bigger, it's something bigger that we need to look at. And what happens is it gets stuck in these like little meaningless beefs and little meaningless back and forth that all these people have. You see all the time that are just ridiculous. And it's like, it's the larger lessons, larger things that we can look at about the situation. I don't give a damn about no superficial stuff. I don't care about people, they little, stuff, petty stuff back and forth. I don't care about none of that. I'm not with none of that. I'm not with none of that. I'm just speaking on what it is from my perspective, what I've seen. And I don't give a damn. No. White people ain't got shit to say about nothing. You ain't saying a motherfucking thing to me. You ain't saying nothing to me. I don't care if you said something that was facts or that I agree with or that I already believe. You ain't saying it to me. I ain't giving you a platform. I ain't giving you airtime. I ain't giving you no. It's not happening. No. That's that on that.
Real quick before we move on to the next topic, I just want to touch you just killed it because I just want to touch some things you said as far as like the low IQ thing. Spot on. That was the truest statement that white boy made in that whole conversation was about black people's low IQ. Because some of our motherfucking IQ is so fucking low that we would sit here and worship a white voice on the internet and prop this white voice up as some kind of high value and make this dude's opinion valid solely because it suits your gender banging narrative. That's low IQ. Getting off race code to get on some fake ass gender code is low IQ. So they pretty much validated his statement with the low IQ shit, because he was talking to a bunch of low IQ individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in that chat was low IQ from what I saw. And so I'm just saying. And at the end of the day, about her being, I heard my motherfucker tell me, oh, well, you know, she did a 180 and flipped. Cynthia G did a 180 and flipped, and she used to be pro-black. Listen, man. No, she didn't do a 180, right? Cynthia G did not change. Cynthia G just ended up showing her true motherfucking colors. Because who Cynthia G is right now is the same Cynthia G from X amount of years ago. She just had a mask on, right? She was riding the pro-black wave because it was trendy. But that was never her. She was stunting the entire time. And then slowly but surely, as time was going on, she ended up taking that mask off. Right? Right. So I just want to put that out there. She just showing who she always was. That's all. You know how they say money don't change a motherfucker? It just makes a motherfucker be more of the person they always was. Well, that's what's going on with her. She ain't changed. She just becoming more of what the fuck she always was. Okay? Let's get that part clear. Another thing. Oh yeah, the further piggyback on what I just said, she said a long time ago she wasn't pro-black. But people still keep trying to reference her as pro-black or B1. Because they sit up here, they don't believe her when she says she's not pro-black. Well, let me tell you, motherfucker, when a motherfucker tells you who the fuck they are, believe them. When they tell you who the fuck they are, believe them. Don't try to convince them they something other than that. Okay? And when that motherfucking European brought his motherfucking ass, and this goes out to the black men who support this coon. To the black men out here who supports this coon and thinks this coonery that she did the other day was some kind of B1 or some kind of code of ethic or whatever the fuck you motherfuckers did, whatever mental gymnastics y'all done did because y'all support her and y'all don't want to lose your whatever. Y'all do realize, right? When that white man was talking about black men, he wasn't separating you unicorns from the dusties. Y'all do understand this, right? When he was talking about black men, he wasn't putting no caveats on it. He wasn't separating motherfuckers. He wasn't separating the educated lanes from the Pookies and the Ray Rays. He wasn't separating the manosphere from the simps. He wasn't separating the unicorns from the dusties. No. He was talking about black men as a whole. Because just like those misogynist pink dick suckers think, he also thinks we are all one big nigga. Right? Those misogynist pink dick suckers view all black men as one big nigga. And that's exactly how white people view us. As all one big nigga. He wasn't separating motherfuckers. So you dumbass, simp-ass, unicorn Negroes that's co-signing this crap are dumb, is fucked, and again is proving his point about some of the low IQ in our fucking community. You dumb motherfucker. Because just like Renee said, he wouldn't pull that beat. He knew where the fuck he was at. He knew exactly where the fuck he was at and where he could get that shit off on. Right? Just like that white boy knew where the fuck he was at when he went up on that Manosphere panel talking that low IQ shit. He knew where the fuck he was at. He knew he felt comfortable enough to go up there and do that shit. Because he was in an area that normally attacks black people and he could get it off there. Same thing on this coon ass panel. He's on a platform that practice coonery and attacks black people, so he's going to take advantage of it. He sees that he's around a fucking hornet's nest of pink dick sucking, white worshiping birds. So he knew all he had to do was go up there, declare himself to be high value, and all these dumb low IQ birds will eat it up and believe it. He knew where the fuck he was at. And I agree with a comment. Me and Renee said this before the show. I agree with Ebony's comment. Ebony said in the chat, that motherfucking call didn't sound planned as fuck. And that call did sound very planned. That shit sound very planned, like that shit was like that shit was set up for him to call in. Cause he immediately called in and immediately dove in to talk the shit about Tariq. And who on here has a bigger issue with Tariq than fucking Cynthia? Nobody. As a matter of fact, Cynthia is the same person who doxed. Let me say this again. Cynthia is the same person who doxed Tariq Nasheed to a bunch of white supremacists so they can squat his house. So we already know she's not opposed to getting Europeans to attack Tariq Nasheed. She's done it before. When they first had they fallen out. Let's not forget that. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So she been cooning. This ain't no new shit. She been working with that white daddy. My bad, Zaddy. She been working with white Zaddy. Behind the scenes. All these silly birds up on here trying to use white people for validation. Y'all disgust me. Y'all disgust me. You motherfuckers worship white people so much, it's just mind blowing. You motherfuckers disgust me to no end. I'm ashamed to share melanin with you motherfuckers. I wish you motherfuckers would get your skin bleached. All you coon ass Negroes. I wish all y'all bleach your fucking skin and get the fuck out of here. Y'all disgust me. I can't wait for y'all to go find y'all some pink dick so y'all can squeeze that melanin out of your lineage so that coonery can motherfucking get cut off out of our fucking community. I want y'all to squeeze the coonery out of our community, find you some pink dick, and commit genocide on your lineage. Because y'all don't need to spread any more coonery within our community. That's how I feel. So please, Brian, get these silly birds off of our hands. Please get your concubine in order and get them the fuck out of our face. Please. Thank you very much. You got anything else you want to say about this, Renee?
No.
All right. So you go ahead to the next topic. I'll let you.
Yeah, because I can't stay on too much longer, y'all. I gotta get up super early. So
Yeah. We ain't gonna be too much longer.
nah.
So you go ahead and start off the next topic.
Well, you go ahead. You wanna? I'll let you go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday? It came to our attention that, actually, we knew that Kevin Samuels, now it's time to switch gender hustler. We went from one gender hustler, now it's time to go to the other gender hustling coon, right? The opposite side of the gender hustle coonery, right? Now we noticed that Kevin Samuels had went with his white worshiping ass, went to his white zaddy and Vlad TV and decided to sit on his couch, right? Which isn't shocking because kind of knew that would end up happening eventually because Vlad's a goddamn clout chasing, culture vulturing piece of shit, right? So he's going to take advantage of any situation that's out there. So I knew he'd probably invite him to the couch eventually, and I knew Kevin Samuels' opportunist ass would embrace it. And so that's what happened, right? He ended up going to Vlad TV, and the motherfucker, you know how Vlad do it, right? Vlad does his fucking little interviews for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then he chops that shit up to about 30 parts, right? Actually, he normally only chops it up to about 12, about 11 to 12, some shit like that. Well, a video came out yesterday, a little piece of this interview, and I happened to see the title of it, and when I saw the title of it, it caught my attention, right? So I clicked on it and listened, right? And oddly enough, this is part 19 of the Kevin Samuels interview. I'm like, part 19? God damn, how many motherfucking parts you gonna put up in this motherfucker? Like I said, he normally only puts up about 11, 12, maybe, some shit like that. This motherfucker going part 19, and it seemed like they ain't done. I'm like, okay, Vlad is milking the fuck out of this. This is ridiculous. 19 parts, and you still going? I ain't never seen him hit the 20s. He's about to hit the 20 part shit. I don't know. But anyways, when I saw this interview, it kind of, like I said, the title alone caught my attention, right? Because the title of it says, Kevin Samuels addresses gay rumor and video of men sleeping in his bed. Oh my goodness. So Vlad actually caught wind of this glitch and decided to ask Kevin Samuels about that and his fruitcakeism. So let's get into what Kevin Samuels' response was when he actually got this question asked to him. So let's listen to this, family, for a second. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this together. Let's get it together. All right, let's go. And that's another thing. Look at this motherfucking thumbnail right here. All these thumbnails look the same. Why does Kevin Samuels look so fucking depressed on that fucking couch? Like, he looks very uncomfortable on that couch and shit, getting asked some of these questions. Like, he's looking like he has some kind of buyer's remorse in that thumbnail, don't it? He don't look very happy to be there. I'm just saying. I just noticed that, and I just had to get a chuckle. But anyway, let's get to this interview, then, shall we, real quick, family? All right, let's go.
Well, you touched on the whole gay rumor thing. And there was a video where you were online and it somehow kind of cut to a scene of a man. There was a man sleeping in bed and then it cut back and I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me at all. So maybe you could explain that video and kind of clear it all up.
Okay. But before I do that, I'm going to just say, I said this the other day. And what problem do these people have with somebody being gay?
Wait, what? Let's try that again.
I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me at all. So maybe you could explain that video and kind of clear it all up.
Okay. But before I do that, I'm going to just say, I said this the other day. And what problem do these people have with somebody being gay? I mean,
Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. Family, I don't know about y'all. Hold up. Wait. Let's get this clear, family. I don't know too many straight men who's going to be asked this question about some gay rumors that's floating around about them, and their very first reaction to said question about these gay accusations is, what's everybody's problem with gay people anyway? He literally opened up by saying, what's wrong with people and what's their issue with gay people? Family, are you telling me, family, what straight man opens up with that? I'm gonna let y'all hear it again.
You were online and it somehow kind of cut to a scene of a man. There was a man sleeping in bed and then it cut back and I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me at all. So maybe you could explain that video and kind of clear it all up.
Okay. But before I do that, I'm going to just say, I said this the other day. And what problem do these people have with somebody being gay? I mean, I've said it last night. The LGBTQ community, y'all are on the clock because the sheer amount of gay bashing, gay innuendos, gay slurs, hate speech against gays, why is that allowed to persist? Why is that allowed to persist against me? If you
Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this dog whistling? He is dog whistling for the Alphabet Boys to come save him. He's straight dog whistling out here, family. He is out here begging for the Alphabet Boys to come save him from the mean girls who's attacking him. Do y'all hear this? This is dog whistling. This motherfucker sounds like pro-blacks when talking about Philando Castile in the NRA. Like, why the NRA ain't coming to say anything about Philando Castile when he was an NRA member and he got killed for having a legal gun and the NRA ain't saying nothing? Why are they not saying nothing? He literally sounds like that. Like the LBGT is supposed to protect gay people from hate speech and gay bashing and they're not doing nothing. Why are they not doing nothing? I mean, he's literally dog whistling out here for the Alphabet Boys to come save him. Let's bring that back. Let's listen to that again, fam.
And what problem do these people have with somebody being gay? I mean, I've said it last night. The LGBTQ community, y'all are on the clock, because the sheer amount of gay bashing, gay innuendos, gay slurs, hate speech against gays, why is that allowed to persist? Why is that allowed to persist against me? If you want to say that I'm gay, then is that not out of bounds? Is that not a protected group? So the people who keep saying these things, I'm asking, where's the LGBTQ community in this whole thing? Or is it okay?
You hear him, right? You hear him saying, aren't we a protected group? I mean, this is the LBGT. We're a protected group. Why am I not protected? Why am I not protected right now? Why is the LBGTQ UVWXYZ community not protecting me right now? This is some bullshit. I'm supposed to be a part of a protected group. Do y'all hear this shit? He is not saying he's not gay. He is sitting up here complaining that he's not getting protection. He sounds like black women. I'm the least protected YouTuber out here. Gay black men are the least protected. Nobody protects the gay black man. He sounds like these black women talking this protection shit. Talking about being the least protected. What in the fuck is going on around here? Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's take it back a little bit. Let's go.
The LGBTQ community, y'all are on the clock, because the sheer amount of gay bashing, gay innuendos, gay slurs, hate speech against gays, why is that allowed to persist? Why is that allowed to persist against me? If you want to say that I'm gay, then is that not out of bounds? Is that not a protected group? So the people who keep saying these things, I'm asking, where's the LGBTQ community in this whole thing? Or is it okay when it's a heterosexual man and it's being used as a gay slur? So you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. So you're gonna have to pick. So by them writing that article, by them doing all this other kind of stuff, they've injected something else. They did the same thing to Kwame Brown yesterday. Kwame Brown was liked by certain people, but then all of a sudden something didn't happen the way they wanted to, and all of a sudden start throwing gay stuff at him. This happens too often to black.
Now he's sitting up here name dropping. Now he want Kwame to come protect him. He's like, fuck it. The alphabet boys ain't gonna protect me. I'm gonna get this big ass motherfucking paws. I'm gonna get this big ass hulking 7-foot black man to come protect me. That motherfucker, he might be trying to fuck Kwame. Pause. He might be trying to fuck him. You Kwame, you better watch that booty hole, because I'm telling you. I think that motherfucker, he might have his sights set on you. I don't know. He seemed emotionally invested in whether or not that rumor of you being gay is true. I'm just saying. I ain't even hear this rumor. But apparently he did, and he seemed very, I don't know, very intrigued by this rumor. But let's get back into it.
So by them writing that article, by them doing all this other kind of stuff, they've injected something else. They did the same thing to Kwame Brown yesterday. Kwame Brown was liked by certain people, but then all of a sudden something didn't happen the way they wanted to, and all of a sudden start throwing gay stuff at him. This happens too often to black men. The destruction of the black male image because you're saying something that they don't like. We're going to minimize you. We're going to disparage you. We're going to discredit you. We're going to try to humiliate you. And we're
Nah, dog. Nah, dog. No, dog. They calling you gay because Negro, you gay. Motherfucker, they calling you gay because you wear mascara. They call you gay because you wear Merces. Motherfucker, they call you gay because you wear skin-tight knee-highs. Motherfucker, they call you gay because you wear flower fucking sandals. Feathers in your fucking sandals with no socks. Motherfucker, they call you gay because you be having your thighs out. You be having your thighs out trying to get thighs. That's why they call you gay, motherfucker. They call you gay because you be asking grown-ass men what size their penis is. Motherfucker, they call you gay because you fruity as fuck. Don't try to put this off on all black. No, this is why they calling you gay. Don't act like they don't have good reason to allude about your gayness. My bad, you said something there?
Nah.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna let it go ahead and play out, Renee. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna let so you can get it. All right, let's get back into it.
they wanted to, and all of a sudden start throwing gay stuff at him. This happens too often to black men. The destruction of the black male image because you're saying something that they don't like. We're going to minimize you. We're going to disparage you. We're going to discredit you. We're going to try to humiliate you, and we're going to try to humiliate you by calling you gay. I've addressed this countless times, but then you can have a show where I have a Zoom line where you can click on Zoom. And if you've ever been on a Zoom call, when someone pops up, their photo is there. And people can switch their photos and things like that. But I also use another software to where their photo comes up and they're in a green room. Their photo, like what I'm looking at, is kind of grayed out. And if you're running a show, if you click the wrong button, something can come up. That person's photo can be there. That person's picture can be there. That was a person that was in a call queue. Now, was that the actual person who had fallen asleep? I don't know. Was that a photo that person put up? I don't know. But I talked about this thing in show, real time. That person had gone from trolling me on one platform to where a woman was even like, who is that person? I was like, don't worry about him. He calls all the time. I announced that. It's still up now. She's like, well, I didn't know what to do. I was like, just don't pay him any attention. And I talked about it. Then as I get on to the next part, this person comes up and I'm like, oh, this person's back again. And when I clicked it off, I think nothing of it. I wake up and it's everywhere. It's purposely, deliberately taken out of context to perpetuate a narrative, to smear a black man with being gay. So what I'm going to say is this, where's the LGBT community in this? Because it's up there for anybody who wants to see it. And are we actually saying that
he's still dog whistling for help? He's still begging this organization to take action and protect him as a protected class. He keeps saying, where are they at? Guess what? The LBGT is at their motherfucking spot themselves calling you gay. You have gay people who are calling you gay. That's where the Alphabet Boys are doing. That's what the Alphabet Boys are doing. That's where they're at. They themselves are also calling you gay. You have been called gay by your own fellow gay brethren. So what are the LBGTQUVWXYZ gonna do? Call themselves out? This is crazy.
Where's the LGBT community in this? Because it's up there for anybody who wants to see it. And are we actually saying that if I were, and if people, the funny thing is, Vlad, if people really thought I was gay, they wouldn't be coming at me like this. Because they'd have to deal with that very LGBT community. They'd have to deal with that community. So by the fact that they're coming after me this way, they know they don't think that. But you can't play both ways.
I mean, I've had gay rumors. I mean, I almost feel like that's a sign of making it. Like, you haven't really made it unless someone comes out and claims that you're gay.
Well,
it just is what it is.
But, you know, it's one, I mean, and like I said, in this whole cancel culture, you know, people having to go back to apologize for tweets they made 12 years ago when it was okay to even say something like this on South Park or a movie or this and that. When you actually have people with platforms, media outlets, blog sites running with a story like this. This was mentioned on a popular morning show. Who hurt him? Does he like men or like women? Like, so we played like this with people's brand and sexuality for what? All of this because I'm saying truths that men agree with. And you may not like my point of view, but to sit there and do the very thing you're saying that I should not do is hypocritical.
All right, family, and there y'all go. That's the whole interview in a box. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to pass it to Renee because she was waiting patiently, and I know she wanted to go in on this. I gave a little bit of my opinion already, so I'm gonna let her go ahead and hammer home her point. So my bad. Go ahead, Renee.
All right. And then after I go, you was you gonna stay on? Cause I'm gonna probably jump out for a minute so I can.
Yeah. Go ahead, hammer home.
I may not come back. Okay, yeah, just so you know. But yeah, cause yeah, I'm sorry, but so yeah, I wanted to just address this whole thing. Like, this whole thing is just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so first and foremost, this is what stood out to me. The fact that he tried to scare people by using the LGBT is a protected class thing. See, the intention behind that was like, hey, y'all better, because he can't defend himself from being gay, right? Everybody knows this man. Like, just cut it out. So because he cannot truly defend himself from that, what he's trying to do is scare people off the trail. He wants to scare people by reminding them that, hey, you know, if you say anything about LGBT, you know that they'll come after you. You know you can get in trouble and you know they don't play. They are protected class. So this dude is looking to be protected by the LGBT, but yet you claim you're not a part of the LGBT. Make it make sense. How is it that people saying you're a gay man, how is that discrimination? If people believe that you call yourself whatever you are, some relationship guru, some high value relationship expert or whatever the case may be, you call yourself addressing heterosexual relationships, and when people question your sexuality, how is that them attacking the LGBT community? That's not attacking the LGBT community. That's saying come out the damn closet. That's asking, aren't you a part of them? And the crazy part about it is, it's been a lot of LGBT people who came out and said that they believe him to be gay. Their gaydar went off. A lot of them said they already thought that he was an openly gay man, or that he was queer, or that he was already out the closet. So since you want to go by the word of the LGBT, well, baby, the LGBT said you gay. The LGBT said they can spot you from a mile away. The LGBT said they can tell how you get down. So make it make sense. You are supposedly a heterosexual man, but you want protection under the LGBT being a protected class? You want to scare people from calling you gay. You want to scare people from outing you publicly. Because the LGBT is a protected class, then that means you are a part of the LGBT. That's what you're saying? Can you not put two and two together? And it's so crazy to me how it's still, even with this out there, it's still people running around trying to make excuses to, about him. And here's the thing, Psycho hit it out the park. Why, when you were asked, is your first response, if you're asked about being gay and the whole glitch situation, your first response is, now wait a minute, aren't the LGBT a protect? What? So wait a minute, you don't openly, outwardly, publicly say, no, I am not gay. I am a heterosexual Black man. I am not interested in other men. I have never been with other men. Why didn't you say that? And then you could have went into whatever else or whatever. But you sidestepped the question. You played a deflection game, and then you went and hid behind the LGBT for protection, which, like I said, means you gotta be part of the community. What other heterosexual man wants to be protected and defended by LGBT and he ain't a part of it? That is the craziest thing ever. And then what I also find so funny, right, is how, you know, he was pointing out that they're a protected class and all this kind of stuff, right? Well, you do know that Black women are a protected class as well, right? You do know that supposedly women in general are a protected class, right? So if it's about not going against or disparaging, right? Because it's the term he used, and humiliating, these are terms he used. So if it's not about disparaging and humiliating protected classes, why do you do it to Black women? So let me get this straight. It's A-okay to disparage and humiliate Black women, but you better not do it to lesbians, bisexual, gay, or transgender. Now we got a problem. Don't do it to them, but Shaquisha and Keisha and Dee Dee, yeah, we can go in on them. Tell me that don't sound like somebody who's homosexual. Because let's keep it a buck, and I've said this from the start. A lot of gay men, you know, they talk a lot of trash about women. And part of that is either competition with women. A part of that is they try to stake claim to some type of level of femininity within them. Whatever the case may be, but some of the people who go the hardest on women and roast women and talk they ish are gay men. So the fact that Kevin Samuels built a platform off of bashing and attacking women, Black women, that's kind of something you will see a lot of gay men do, especially from the perspective he came from. The perspective of this whole looks analysis. What number are you? Are you a 7? And Beyonce's a 7. You can't call yourself a 7 and all of this kind of, who does that? And this man is 50-some years old. Who does that but a certain type of man? So it's like, you know, you got to ask yourself some questions, people who are still writing for him and who are still trying to downplay a lot of this stuff. And, you know, you got to ask yourself some questions. Why would a heterosexual Black man seek refuge from the LGBT community? Why would he seek refuge from policies that supposedly protect the LGBT, or that do protect the LGBT community? Why? Why would he even want to be associated with that? Because that's what he's doing. He's associating himself with that. After people have associated him with it, he didn't reject it. He ran to it. And I'm sorry, but the whole excuse about the camera thing, let me tell y'all why I'm no Inspector Gadget. Okay? Well, yeah. But let me tell you something. Now, if y'all have seen some of his streams or whatever, he makes it a point that you cannot come up on his panel without your camera being on. Okay? He makes it a point. He tells people before they can even call in, before they hit the link or whatever, he makes it very, very, very clear. Okay. Now, when he did that stream with the glitch, what was that, like a month or a couple months ago or whatever it was? He's been on now for a good while. He's blew up now on the internet for a good while. People are familiar with how his show operates. So therefore, in order for you to have accepted that person in, you had to have seen somebody on video. Where was the woman that was supposed to be there? Because remember, he also says no men. He says no men on that very same show. No men can call up. You have to be on camera for me to even bring you in. So if that wasn't something either on your computer that you were already looking at, or something to do with one of your cameras, how did that even occur? How did that occur? Because you would have had to have seen a woman first. You would have had to have interfaced with them to allow them to even get in queue to talk to them. How do you just mistakenly put this up where it's some dude laying up in a bed? Like, get the hell out of here. And the reason why Psycho asked why he was looking so depressed in the thumbnails is because he shook. Because see, on the one hand, you know, he wants to extend his brand as much as possible, right? And, you know, you would think a high value Black man would definitely not go on Vlad, but anyway, and I say high value in quotations, okay, just so y'all know. But he wants to, you know, extend his brand and things like that or whatever. And he wants to pretend like he's addressing the controversy, that he's addressing the detractors and what people are saying about him. He's trying to pretend to do that. But he shook because he know he gotta walk a fine line. He gotta walk a fine line. Because that man know damn well he is gay. Can I say for a fact that he is an LGBT? No, I cannot say that for a fact. Do I personally believe that and believe there is a wealth of information? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And this is what blows my mind. We talked about this on the other show we did addressing him. And that's that I've seen recently, you know, more people, more of these guys that support him who are saying, well, so what if he is gay? Because see, now it's first they was like, man, he ain't gay, man, y'all lying on that man, this and this and that, no. It was all that, right? But then as it's more things and it's just, it ain't adding up, things ain't right. This man done had 2 short-lived marriages. He done been married once, he said basically for barely a year, and the other marriage was 3 years. Between him being married twice, he was married for 4 years. He didn't even get to the 7-year itch combined. And he said the time period between each marriage was 7 years. So the thing would be, okay, well, what was the common denominator in both of your marriages? Oh, you were the common denominator. You was married to the lady for a year, barely a year, and you was married to the other lady for 3 years. So it's you. So are you the problem? Now explain then how you as a high value man has no high value woman to speak of. You're 50 something years old. The only picture we've ever seen you with publicly with a woman was with a married woman who you went out with for business. A married woman that you went out with for business. That's who we saw you in the picture with. Because if it is so, right, that you talk about women that being a single mother, you talk about women with this, that, and the other, then where is she at? Where is your beautiful, gorgeous, young, fit, in shape, submissive, kind, nurturing, feminine, bow down to you? Where is this perfection at? Where is this perfect woman? And why isn't she your wife? Or why don't you have enough money to where you can buy that woman to where she will be what you want her to be? Because remember, you're the high value expert, and you are telling women what they need to do to get a high value man because you're supposedly a high value man. You ain't seen him with no women. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I seen the other video where he was...
At least nobody that wasn't considered like a friend. Nobody that wasn't... Right. Nobody outside of a friend zone relationship.
No, exactly. No. He tried to use a married woman as his beard. He's in this picture with a married woman who has a child, who is already known to be married, who he was doing business with. That's all that was. And he tried to use that picture to leverage it as if he's out with this beautiful black woman and he's high value. Dude, cut it out. So wait a minute. Going out with a married woman is a high value man? I thought you talked against all of that kind of stuff. Women who already have children and all this stuff. But she already got a child. So why would you be out with her anyway? If that was really, not supposed to just be on some friend zone-ish. If that was really supposed to be something else, and it wasn't, and it was not. So, the thing about it is, the thing about it is, y'all can keep making excuses for this man all you want. Y'all can keep lying for this man. Y'all can keep lying to yourself. Y'all can keep doing everything that you want to do. But let this have been anybody else. Like I said, let this have been Derrick Jackson. Somebody y'all feel panders to black women. These same dudes that support him would have called him gay from day one. They would have talked about him being a cheerleader. Oh, he had 2 brief marriages to women a long time ago. You ain't never seen him with no other women. He don't, and this is the crazy part about it, right? One of KS's slogans is show your work. That's literally one of his slogans, y'all. So where is your work? Where are you showing your work? Where are you showing you are an example of what you speak of? Like at this point, it's just off the charts. So I'm gonna say this to wrap up what I'm saying is that I see him definitely trying to go more mainstream, because if he is a gay man within, kind of like the more mainstream white world, that's acceptable. Mainstream white America, they love gay black men. They adore gay black men. Gay black men are very high earning in corporate America, and like I said, amongst the white population. So if more was to come out about him, which I think it will, he would be more marketable if he's doing mainstream versus in the black community. Because although, a lot of people are riding with him right now and have been riding with him, there's a lot of questionable things. And I think in general, while there will be some guys who still talk that, man, so what if he is gay? Simply because they like him attacking black women. There will be another portion of black men who like his message, but they're like, nah, I ain't doing that one, bruh. Now that I really know that he is gay, I'm cool on that. So he's kind of got some decisions to make, but one of the problems is if he goes the more mainstream route, you know, it's kind of like attacking women. That's not really acceptable in the mainstream. You know, the whole feminism thing and Me Too and things like that. So if he's gonna go more mainstream, he kind of has to clean that up. And I saw that, you know, supposedly he did where he was going at men this past week or whatever. He knows that he has to tweak his brand. He has to tweak his platform. He's going to have to do some different things, because if you're just maintaining on the chitlin circuit, you're only going to give us so far. And at a point, people are really kind of like, yeah, this dude's gay. It's too much chatter right now. It's too much going on. So you're going to see more tweaking of his brand happening in the near future. You're going to see him start to shift on certain things in the near future, because that's going to be what he has to do to maintain his growth. Because eventually it's just like, okay, dude, where's the women at? Where the women at? Where's the lady? Where's the wife? Where is the luxury vehicle, the sports car? Where is the mansion, or where is the penthouse? Where is it at? Because you are high value. You are teaching people about being high value. You are saying what women need to do, but you cannot show anything. All we see is a cramped background that looks like it's in a damn studio apartment. And you sitting up there with some damn cologne, and tonight's cologne is like, people can smell that shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here. And I'm disappointed in some of you brothers out there. And I mean, you know, who, not even that I'm disappointed, but like, y'all really like riding for this dude. Like, I remember putting a post up a little while back on Facebook, and these dudes was like riding hard for him, because I was comparing him to Derrick Jackson, in that Derrick Jackson hid his wife. He pretended to be this unicorn and all of these other things, and everything came out about him and what he was really doing, what he really had going on. And with Kevin Samuels, he don't show his work. You don't know if nothing he's saying is legit. People are going by what he's saying on the basis of they like him attacking Black women. And that's not just men, women, Black women like it too. Black women like to sit up and hear Black women being attacked. It's a sport. So they like it. And then you got these silly huffers that go up there and allow him to do it. So it is entertaining to people at the end of the day. But the gay stuff is getting too many rumors. It's getting too much chatter. He gonna have to make some moves at some point in time. But yeah, this dude is running to the LGBT. He trying to scare all of us from not talking about him being gay, because y'all know how the LGBT get down. You can lose your job. You can lose your livelihood. You can be canceled for saying anything about a gay person. But why is it wrong to question somebody's sexuality? That's not attacking the LGBT community. And lastly, like a lot of LGBT people said, he is part of the community. He just has not publicly acknowledged it yet. I'll pass the mic to Psycho. I don't know. I'm probably gonna jump off now, y'all, because I got some things to do and I gotta get up really early. But I appreciate y'all so much. I know Psycho want to go in on this too. Like, we've been just laughing about this whole thing. It's so crazy. But yeah, and don't y'all forget, the LGBTQ ain't it cute? It's some more letters now too, but
I don't know. I love
and it's Pride Month. Don't forget. But the LGBTQ is a protected class, y'all. So Kevin said, leave us alone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out.
All right. And yeah, Renee was on point. Know what I'm saying? And yep, here we go. I was looking in the chat and I already see you knew they was coming, family. Y'all knew they was coming. Y'all knew they was coming. You knew they was going to step up in the building. You know, protection. You knew they was going to come in here and give Kevin Samuels his alphabet boy protection. You knew they was coming up in here with their pom-poms, ready to motherfucker hold it down, ready to act bananas. Bananas. So this is my shit. Y'all, I knew y'all motherfuckers was coming. I knew you motherfuckers was coming up in here with y'all denial. With it all in your denial. Defending your fruit booty boy is disgusting. What the hell is going on around here? Trying to deflect and make this about black women. No, this is about this motherfucker being in the fucking closet. They ain't got shit to do with no goddamn black women. He don't even deal with black women. Why the hell is this about black women? Y'all motherfuckers crazy. Y'all nutty. Y'all gotta stop this shit, man. Y'all gotta stop this shit. So it ain't no proof. Ain't no proof of being gay. Where's the proof? If there was proof, it would be out there. The proof would be out there if it was really true. Why can't nobody find the evidence of him being gay? Yeah, him being a cheerleader, that ain't evidence enough, right? Him being a grown ass 6'4", 18-year-old cheerleader ain't evidence enough, huh? No, not a 6'4" basketball player, not a 6'4" football player, not a 6'4" lacrosse player. This motherfucker was a 6'4" cheerleader begging to be on top of a fucking pyramid. And you motherfuckers are saying there is no evidence of him being gay. That's not evidence enough. Right. That's not evidence enough. And then this wasn't evidence enough.
When it comes to dealing with our men, or just in general.
What the heck just happened here? Somebody's sleeping in the bed. Oh, yeah, glitch in the system.
That was not evidence enough. And y'all buying his little fuck shit ass excuse on motherfucking Vlad where he ain't really give no real reason and all he did was beg for the alphabet boys to come protect him. Disgusting. But that ain't evidence. Psycho. He was just on Vlad TV saying that wasn't about nothing. That was just a glitch. Well, so that wasn't enough. And then y'all turn around and say this wasn't enough.
You got a big dick?
Huh?
You have a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I didn't say it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
Nigga, you know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing signals at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
Right. A grown ass motherfucking 50-something-year-old man is sizing up his black male callers. Sizing them up. And I don't mean he's sizing them up so he can fight them. No. He's sizing him up on a completely different level. That's extremely pause-worthy. But that wasn't enough. Right? You nigga, I guess that was a glitch. Was that a glitch? Was that a glitch? Oh, that wasn't a glitch. Then you motherfuckers said that don't mean nothing. He was just trying to help that dude out with his erectile dysfunction. That don't mean he's gay. That's the weirdo excuses you motherfuckers are trying to say. Right? So that wasn't enough. Well, what about this?
The nerve of you niggas. These ashy ass elbow, skid mark in the draws dudes. The nerve of you niggas. You look like a fucking child. Talk about keeping your ass clean. Yeah, baby. Apply a nice dose of soap and spend 2 minutes washing your nuts. Don't just go 1 or 2 passes. Nah, nigga. Wash your nut. Crack, the taint. Yep, you need to do that. And then you need to rinse that motherfucker out, do it again, and wash down the crack of your ass. And then you need to actually, and you need to look at it. And you need to wash until that motherfucker's clean. Yeah, nigga, clean your asshole. A woman never licked your ass probably because it's got crustaceans in it, dude. Talking about you want a broad to give you a blowjob and all this, and you got fucking dingleberries and shit all up in your asshole. Asking me about what to wear, what smells good. Nigga, your ass stink. Taking care of yourself is not gay. You get a pair of clippers. Keep your beard at the nice level. $70, great investment. You know what else you do with this? Shave your fucking nuts. Keeping your balls on fleck. No chick wants to smell your sweaty balls, your salty balls. Yep, make a design. I say shave your nuts too. You, when you starting to shave down the shaft of your dick, you want to go against the grain. I mean, you guys know what this is. Wipe your ass, niggas. And yes, you also need to put your index finger, your middle finger up and around your bunghole a little bit, nigga. Not no freaky shit now. Don't get no good stupid. How y'all doing, man? Y'all learn anything? Get some damn shoes, niggas. To a beautiful future. Clink. Gotcha, bitch.
That wasn't enough. Him teaching you how to stick your fingers up your shit and try to hit G-spots. That wasn't enough. Him telling you to use baby wipes on your butthole so he ain't gotta smell those shitty ass nooks and crannies stuck in your hairy ass. Telling you to shave designs in your pubic hairs. That wasn't gay enough for you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers had excuses for that. You motherfuckers be killing me. Killing me. And then y'all motherfuckers turn around, got hit with, and that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough to prove this motherfucker's gay. No, that ain't enough, psycho. That's not enough proof. That's not enough evidence. So I hit you motherfuckers with this.
I was your homegirl at Neiman Marcus. What's her name? Oh my. Oh my.
Y'all see that? Huh?
was your homegirl at Neiman Marcus. What's her name? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. I gotta go try that.
Oh yeah, he said, oh my. I gotta go get me some of that. I gotta go get me some of that. He sat up there, flashed what he was looking at, show everybody like, oh my. Oh my. And then turned the camera around like, look at this, y'all. Look, check that out. And then flashed back to us like, oh my. I gotta go get me some of that. Oh yeah, let's look at that again.
I was your homegirl at Neiman Marcus. What's her name? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. I gotta go try that. Oh, the door's locked?
It was locked.
It was locked? Go ahead.
Thank you.
Is it open?
Because
huh? He said he had to go get him some of that and got his ass up to go chase that dude down. To go chase him down. So he can go try to bag that number. Oh my bad, this 2021. He wanted to go try to get that email. So he can slide up in that motherfucker's DM. Wanted to try to follow each other on Instagram. Know what I mean? Y'all gonna stop playing with Psycho, telling me this motherfucker ain't fruity. Y'all are in denial. You motherfuckers are in denial. Anybody who holds the position that this motherfucker with that infamous wrist pose, with that dainty ass fruity fucking wrist pose, looking as feminine as he ever wants to look, trying to deny this motherfucker's fruitcake-isms, you motherfuckers are delusional. And y'all being willfully ignorant. If this was anybody else, if Kevin Samuels was up here and he was besties with, fuck it, I said her name already earlier. If he was infamous and synonymous with Cynthia G, and he was on Cynthia G's panel 24/7, berating black men, inviting white men to get on Cynthia G's panel just so they can talk shit about black men, there is no way that you weirdos would not call him gay. Y'all are only not calling this fruitcake gay because he is supporting y'all fuck boy narrative. If he was best friends with Cynthia G, y'all will call this booty chasing, donut punching fruitcake what the fuck he is. And y'all would all of a sudden not be in denial anymore. Suddenly, y'all gaydar would work. Suddenly, you motherfuckers will see him for what the fuck he is. This is bullshit. You motherfuckers are full of shit. Y'all gonna stop playing with Psycho with your fucking fruitcakes and his mercies his fucking skin tight capris, his fucking sandals with no socks, with his thighs out, advertising his thighs, so some grown ass man could try to thigh him, taking pictures so he can be thighed. Y'all gonna stop playing with me. This is gender banging fuck shit. And you G1 motherfuckers need to stop playing fucking games. Wake the fuck up and see what everybody else sees. That is not G1. This is why I don't do your fuck boy, fuck girl, G1 bullshit. Because that shit will have you motherfuckers cooning for white people. It will have you motherfuckers gay-splaining. This shit will have you motherfuckers looking crazy in this fucking YouTube streets. You G1 motherfuckers look crazy as fuck to me. And I don't give a fuck what side of this G1 coin you are on. You are either cooning or gay-splaining. All you G1 motherfuckers. All of you G1 motherfuckers. You motherfuckers are problematic. Y'all are all dysfunctional as fuck. And y'all need to get your fucking minds right. For real. Seriously. Cause that shit got y'all blinded. All y'all know is G-code. Like y'all Scarface. Get y'all punk asses out of here. Y'all ain't Scarface. Y'all punk ass G-codes. That ain't the G-code I understood coming up. I understood the Scarface version of G-code. You motherfuckers are following a different G-code. Y'all are following some other shit. They got y'all cooning and gay-splaining. You nutty fucks. Y'all nutty as shit. All of you. All of you. One ain't better than the other. No. All of you are nutty as fuck. And y'all trying to normalize your dysfunction. Y'all are trying to normalize your dysfunction. And I'm not going to allow it to happen. Y'all are weird. And I'm going to let everybody know just how weird all of you are. All of you are weird. None of y'all have the moral high ground here. None of you. Both of y'all are fighting for that moral high ground that none of you fuckers have. None of you fuckers will ever have the moral high ground in this coonery and buffoonery that y'all are partaking in. None of you. Y'all are all coons and undercover fruitcakes. That's how I feel. That's how I've always felt. And that's what I always called this fuck shit. Coonery. Talking about y'all trying to help black relationships. Stop. Stop with the lies. Both of y'all are lying. The men and the women are lying. neither are trying to help black relationships. These fuckers are dysfunctional. They are practicing toxicity online, and they are trying to virtually hate fuck each other. These are a bunch of toxic, dysfunctional weirdos all trying to virtually hate fuck online, verbally. They are verbally trying to hate fuck up on here. That's what we're seeing. A bunch of dysfunctional weirdos trying to verbally hate fuck online. You motherfuckers are nutty. Nutty as fuck. Let that shit be known. That shit's crazy as shit. Get your minds right. Get your minds right. Fuck motherfuckers. Y'all this fuck shit. All y'all motherfuckers weird. Y'all weird. Silly ass nonsense. Y'all motherfuckers talk about this shit 24/7, every day, all day. Tell me this ain't dysfunction. You telling me you fuckers ain't toxic? All you fuckers? You tell me all you fuckers ain't dysfunctional? Your whole life is consumed with this shit. You tell me you ain't dysfunctional? You stupid fucks? All of you? Because none of you had the moral high ground? All of you? You telling me you fuckers ain't you motherfuckers ain't dysfunctional as fuck? You telling me y'all ain't the dysfunctional people in the fucking community? You're trying to lie to me and tell me y'all ain't the dysfunctional motherfuckers? Y'all are the dysfunctional people of the fucking community. Y'all are the dysfunction in the community that y'all speak on. All of you. All of you. Now that's the position that a pro-black and a B1 motherfucker is supposed to have about this gender-banging, gender-hustling, buffoonery, coonery on fucking black YouTube. That's the position you're supposed to hold. Whether you are a man or a woman. That's how you're supposed to feel about this fuckery. The second you take a side, you are partaking in the coonery. And you are not being pro-black or B1. Because a true B1 pro-black motherfucker see all this bullshit for what the fuck it is gonna call this shit the fuck out. Everybody, the fuck out. And I mean everybody. Not the people you like. Not the people you dislike. No, everybody who partaking in this shit. That's how you code up. That's how you code up. And if you B1 or pro-black, you supposed to be all about codes. If you ain't about codes, you can't call yourself pro-black or B1. I'm not saying y'all motherfuckers have to follow any codes. What I'm saying is, if you are taking some kind of position of being pro-black or B1, then that means you have signed up to be on code. And if you ain't trying to follow said code, then don't claim to be pro-black or B1. And if people call you this, you need to correct them. You need to correct them. And you need to tell them that ain't what the fuck you are. and don't allow people to call you this through association. Guess what? I am associated with some Hebrews out here. But a near motherfucker gonna call me a Bible believer because I'm cool with some Hebrews. If I'm cool with Hebrews, why nobody call me a Bible believer? Because regardless if I'm cool with these Hebrews or not, they know I don't believe in the fucking Bible. So they would never call me that. I am associated with some Muslims out here. Why nobody expects me to make salat? Why nobody expects me to practice Ramadan? Maybe because I'm not a Muslim. Even though I am associated with some Muslims out here. You cannot be pro-black via association. You're pro-black due to your motherfucking works and due to your actions. And if a motherfucker works and their actions points to everything but pro-black or B1, then stop calling them that. Call them the coons that they are. The coons that they signed up to be. Don't try to make them something that they clearly is not. That's what I'm pissed off about. I don't give a fuck about her talking to a white dude. That's expected. That ain't doing nothing but proving me right. So I'll never get mad that she's talking to a white dude. What I am going to get pissed off about is after she does it, people trying to talk shit about pro-blacks because she's doing it. That's what I take issue with, and that's what I'm always going to take issue with. Call this coon what the fuck she is and stop calling her pro-black and B1. Call her a coon and I won't say shit. If Christian Karazin had a fucking white dude on her panel, you ain't gotta worry about Psycho saying shit because that's expected and I wouldn't expect nothing else from her. And guess what? People ain't gonna talk shit about pro-blacks after she does it. Therefore, it's no need for me to even speak on it. But when this coon does it, they're immediately going to start talking shit about pro-blacks, putting her in the pro-black box, which forces me to say something. Feel me? That's what the fuck it is. Shout out to Sister Kaba. I appreciate that. Appreciate Super Chat. She said, salute Brother Psycho and Miss Legit. Go in. Peace, fam. That's what's up. Shout out to Kaba. And Kaba's one of the sisters I ride for, as well as other sisters in the chat. And sisters who ain't happen to be here right now. I ride for those pro-black women right there. They don't deserve the disrespect of having that coon. They don't deserve the disrespect of having that coon associated with them. They don't deserve that. So So stop disrespecting the sisters who do not disrespect you motherfuckers. Who wouldn't allow that K-Beast to come up there talking crazy. Don't disrespect them. Disrespect the coon who did that shit. Disrespect the coon followers who support that shit. But do not disrespect the real pro-black women and the real B1 women who do know what code is. Who do follow said code and would never get caught dead saying this dumb shit.
So don't sit on my line and tell me that I don't have the right and then I'm off some kind of dusty code that y'all came up with that I reject by sitting here having a conversation with this man as he tells the truth about black men. Don't tell me I'm off code. I don't subscribe to your dusty code. Listen. Stay tuned because there will be more Bryans on here talking about what y'all ain't doing. So what's your next question?
Never get caught saying no dumb shit like that. And totally subscribes to the code that she does not subscribe to. So do not associate off-code people with on-code people. You did? You understand what the fuck I'm saying? It's insulting. It's embarrassing that y'all would put that in the same breath with on-code woman. And it's a tool to manipulate your coon-ass message. Because y'all need to paint all women in a certain light. So you need all women to be her. An off-code coon. Y'all need all black women to be off-code coons like her. I'm not going to let y'all get that off. I'm not going to let y'all get that off. That's that off-code coon and her off-code coon-ass fan base. Right? That's them coons. Let's get that clear. Let's get that clear. I saw that this morning. I was going crazy. I ain't even really I was going to talk about this, then I wasn't. And then I saw that video this morning. I was like, okay, I got to say something. Because here we go. They're about to use this coonery as an opportunity to take shots at pro-blacks and B1s because this off-code, dusty-ass beta female coon. I got this dusty beta female coon being off-code, embracing being off-code, and them trying to say that's some kind of B1 or pro-black. I gotta say something about this. This is fuck shit. This is fuck shit. So every time, stop putting her in this fucking box, please. I have done streams in the past begging y'all to stop calling this coon B1 and pro-black. Begging motherfuckers to stop that shit. Because I don't want to have to keep saying this shit. And I don't want to have to keep addressing this shit. I don't want to have to keep pointing this shit out. I shouldn't have to. I really wish she would make a motherfucking video or stream addressing that. About how she's a coon and don't acknowledge her as B1 or pro-black. I wish she would do that. So I won't have to keep talking about this shit. The only reason why she keeps coming up is because people keep trying to call her pro-black and B1. Or else I would never have a reason to talk about her. So I wish she would say this. Let it be known. Go public with your coonery and be overt with it. Because obviously you're doing something that's confusing the masses. I'm not confused. I can see clear. Apparently other people can't, and you are confusing people. I don't see how, but apparently it's some low IQ motherfuckers out here who still think you're some kind of B1 or pro-black. So if you're listening, Cynthia, please make a video and a stream addressing that. And tell people what you are not and what you really are. Please. So the confusion can cease. Because I'm more pissed off about that than any conversation you had with any K.B.s. I don't care about none of that. That's expected, and that is actually good for my narrative. Because it supports everything I've ever said about you, Cynthia. I been knew you had a pink fetish. I called that shit out years ago and people called me nuts. People called me liars. People said I was being mean. I was bashing black women for calling out the clear and obvious shit I saw years ago. So you embracing this Billy Bob only confirms everything I've said about you and proves I was on point a long time ago. And everything I said about you is aging very well. Like fine fucking wine. So I personally don't care that you talk to that KBs. And you say you're gonna talk to more doesn't surprise me either. And it's expected. I'm just pissed off that you are doing this and people are accusing you of doing this under the guise of some kind of pro-black and B1. So do me a favor. Come clean publicly, because they're not listening to me. Obviously, they're not listening to me. Maybe they will listen to you. Come clean. Tell people so they can get the fuck out of my ear talking about your coonery every time you do something. And I don't have to spend 20 minutes trying to convince a motherfucker how you're not pro-black. Can you do me that favor? Can you shoot me that salad? Because I'm sick of having a conversation about you. I'm sick of it. Come clean. Embrace your pink pill. Tell everybody about your pink pill addiction. Have an intervention on your fucking channel, please. Have a pink pill intervention on your channel, please. And stop being in denial. That is my problem. If you was curious. So if you're going to say Psycho's mad, Be clear at what I'm mad about. Huh? Be very clear what Psycho is mad about. Don't get on your platform saying Psycho mad that you talk to some white dude. No, Psycho mad you talking to white dudes claiming to be B1 or pro-black. So you need to motherfucking distinguish what the fuck you is when you doing this coonery. That's what I got a problem with. You can talk to whoever the fuck you want to talk to. I don't control you or your channel. But I am going to be the fucking gatekeeper of who the fuck is pro-black around here, because obviously gatekeepers are needed. There's too many motherfuckers getting thrown in boxes they don't belong in. So somebody needs to be the gatekeeper. So I'm going to play gatekeeper of that. Okay? Understand? That's where I'm at with it. Huh? Please. Motherfuckers tripping. Fuck on these people's mind. Anyways, I've been on for a minute, family. Renee done left. D.A.B.A.T.E, she got shit. She had shit she had to do. Know what I'm saying? Renee been real busy lately. But yeah, we wanted to get this in because we wanted to show what our schedule was going to look like tomorrow. So we wanted to get this shit in today. Know what I'm saying? So yeah, family. I guess I'll go ahead and get ready to sign out because I think I got everything off my chest that I wanted to talk about as far as these 3 topics. So yeah, family, please do me a favor. Please, if you haven't already, please click like, share, and subscribe. It's very important that you click like, gets us in the algorithm. It's also important that you share, let people know we breathing, and it's also important that you subscribe, right? And after you subscribe, please don't forget to hit that notification bell. It's very important to hit that notification bell so you be notified whenever we do go live. And you know, sometimes we might get shadow banned, and that might be the only way you can find us. And plus, why not just be part of the notification gang so you can get here early and don't miss none of the show? You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, to my haters out there, y'all already know what it is. It's about that time. If you had any issues with anything you heard tonight about any of these topics and you want to express yourself, by all means, please do so by clicking dislike. You should still share this motherfucker. And then you can kindly unsubscribe. Right? Because if you click a dislike on us banging on all this G1 coonery that be going on in these YouTube streets, then motherfucker, I already know you ain't on none of these motherfuckers right here, and you need to get your G1 ass in your coon sector in those live chats and start hashtagging that Brian was right. Like the coons y'all are. You white worshiping weirdos. Family, by all means, family, please consider becoming a Patreon. If you do become a Patreon, you have access to any stream I do, whether I keep it up or whether I take it down. You also have access to exclusive content that I have on there that, you know, is only there. And also, you have I have no limits on there. Whatever you feel like the channel's worth, that's what you donate. All donations given does go towards the production of the show. As always, shout out to all my Patreon out there. I appreciate all of y'all. And yeah, family, please follow me on Twitter and the Gram. And you can follow me at Clubhouse at SYKOPATHeist, spelt the same way as the channel, on all 3 sites. So you can find me there. And yeah, you know what I mean? Scream at me. And yeah, family. Also, please subscribe to all our channels. all these links will be in the description. And it's very important that you subscribe to all our channels because you never know if we might have to channel hop. And if we do have to channel hop, you want to keep up with shit we doing. So yeah, please go to the description and subscribe to all our channels. And yes, as always, family, if you're looking for any graphics, artwork designs, or logos, please consider hitting up our sister Renee at Renee Black Graphics on Facebook. Also, if you're looking for any t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, all custom designs, please consider hitting up her store as well. Just like all the other links, all these links will be in the description as always. And yes, family, I won't be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm not going to be here on Friday. So I will catch the next show will be the Wake and Bake on Saturday. So you can catch me Saturday morning early for the Wake and Bake. Not sure what it's going to be about yet. We shall see. And I'll catch y'all then. So y'all already know what it is. And family. Know what I mean? I want to shout out everybody out in the live chat that came through. Appreciate all y'all. Shout out to my Deep. Shout out to everybody else. Shout out to everybody out in the clouds that was just being nosy and listening. I want to give a peace and black power out there to everybody. How to black it your boy and your girl. We out.
Battle anybody, I don't care, you die. Battle anybody, I don't care, you die. Battle anybody, I don't care, you die.
Yeah.
Battle any, battle, I accept.
Yep.
They are fine.
Yep.
Gonna go sell double.
Let's go.